Cup qualifying is officially concluded from Darlington Raceway, and Tyler Reddick has won his first pole of 2024. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to your video. As I just said a second ago, Cup Series qualifying has officially concluded from Darlington Raceway, and Tyler Reddick has won his first pole of 2024. Tyler Reddick has had a lot of solid qualifying performances so far throughout the 2024 season, but this is a big deal for Tyler Reddick because historically Tyler Reddick is very good at Darlington Raceway. He has some really good long run and short run speed as well in the practice session. I think Tyler Reddick may have a really good chance and opportunity to get his second win in the last 4 races. He's been really strong throughout the year. He's had like 7 or 8 top 10s, which I think he's tied for the most top 10s so far. And he's, like I said, been really good at Darlington, came close to winning the Sutter 500 last year. I think Tyler Reddick is going to have a really good chance and opportunity to get that second win of 2024, which would also be, if he's able to win tomorrow, it'd be the first win for a non-Hendrick or Gibbs car, even though 2011 is associated with the Gibbs team. It's still a big deal for Tyler Reddick to get that first pole of 2024. I expect him to be a major threat and contender in the Cup Series race tomorrow afternoon because he's been very good. Congratulations to Tyler Reddick on getting his first pole of the 2024 Cup Series season. So now let's go through the top 10 qualifiers, talk about some notable drivers that did not make the final round of qualifying. So Tyler Reddick wins the pole. Brad Keselowski qualifies second. Great job from the RFK bunch because both RFK cars will be starting second and third tomorrow. Brad Keselowski very fast in the practice session as well. Really good in qualifying. Came very close to win the pole. Only lost by 18 1,000 a second. Came close to getting it done. Still, if you're an RFK fan, you got to be really happy about Keselowski starting up front. We've seen the speed from them recently. They nearly won last week at Kansas. Brad has a chance and an opportunity to break that winless streak that's been going on for 3 years. He'll start second tomorrow afternoon. Chris Buescher qualifies third. After nearly winning last week at Kansas, he'll be starting once again up front. He's got a lot of motivation to go out there and win tomorrow afternoon. He was very fast in the Sutter 500 last year and was really strong on the long run earlier in the practice session today. Good job from Chris Buescher. He'll start third tomorrow afternoon. Ty Gibbs qualifies fourth. It's been a redemption for this 54 team. They've been showing a lot of pace and speed recently. I know they haven't had the finishes recently, but Ty Gibbs been pretty solid at Darlington in the past. I know he hasn't had a top 10 finish in Cup before, but I think that Ty Gibbs will be a threat tomorrow afternoon. He'll be starting fourth. Good job for Ty Gibbs. William Byron qualifies fifth. After a couple not-so-great performances in qualifying the last 2 weeks, good job for William Byron starting inside the top 5. Think he's going to be a threat. He's been good at Darlington historically. Has some good speed as well in practice. He's the fastest Hendrick car. He'll be starting in 5th. Kyle Larson qualifies 6th. Probably one of his worst qualifying performances in recent weeks, and he still qualified inside the top 10, which is really good to see. It shows that the 5 team's been fast. Larson was really solid on the long run as well. I think he had the 3rd best 10-lap average in practice. Good job from Larson. Last time we ran here, he won the Sutter 500. He'll be starting 6th. Great job from Kyle Larson to start inside the top 10. Denny Hamlin qualified 7th. I thought he was probably going to get the pole, to be honest with you. Made a little bit of a mistake in qualifying, but still be starting inside the top 10. Denny's been great at Darlington. I think he's got a chance to win tomorrow. He'll start in 7th position. Bubba Wallace qualifies 8th. Man, I thought he was going to get the pole and beat his teammate Tyler Reddick, but still another top 10 qualifying run. He's going to put himself in position to get stage points. He's been solid at Darlington recently. I think Bubba Wallace could have a chance and opportunity to maybe get a top 5 and maybe lead some laps and win. We'll see how the pit crew does. He'll be starting 8th tomorrow. Good job for Bubba Wallace to be starting inside the top 10. Ross Chastain qualifies 9th. Starting to show a little bit of improvement, good speed, starting to the top 10. You got to be really happy about that good speed from Ross Chastain in qualifying. He'll be starting 9th and barely got in the final round. And Mark Truex Jr., after getting the outside wall, he'll be starting in 10th position in tomorrow's Cup Series race. Good job from NTJ to start inside the top 10. So those are the top 10 notable drivers who are the guys that made the final round. Let's talk about some notable drivers that did not make the final round. First one, Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch actually tied with Ross Chastain to make the final round, but unfortunately, due to Ross Chastain having a better position in owner's points than Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain got the tiebreaker, but still, Kyle Busch did a really good job in qualifying. I believe he's starting in 11th or 12th tomorrow, so good speed from Kyle Busch. The SHR cars struggle quite a bit. Briscoe, I think, is starting 12th or 13th. Decent speed. Chase Elliott did not really do good in qualifying, made a pretty big mistake in qualifying. He'll be starting near the back of the pack, but Elliott did have some good speed in practice, so I'm not really too concerned about Elliott. I think he will get up front. Like I said, RFK car's a fast car, so Noseborough had some pretty decent speed. Eric Jones, who's making his return, is starting in the middle to back of the pack. Harrison Burton, once again, did not qualify very well. Noah Gragson also made a pretty mistake in qualifying. He'll be starting in the back. They might have to repair that car. Like I said, Alex Bowman, he didn't do very good in qualifying. And in a nutshell, it seems like the Chevrolets and the Toyotas were very, very fast. And also Michael McDowell, who originally would have made the final round, he did not make the final round for this, which is kind of a shock considering he's been very, very fast in qualifying so far this year. He'll be starting to think around the middle of the pack. I think it's going to be and also Daniel Suarez also did not make the final round. So those are the guys that were pretty big, notable names that did not make the final round. Let's talk about the big storylines going in tomorrow. A lot of guys got in the outside wall. Tires are going to matter extremely very well, and you're going to have a very good long-run car. Now, the Fords were very fast on the long run, so I wonder if the Fords are going to be set up more for the race tomorrow. There are only 2 or 3 Fords that made the final round, that, of course, being Chris Buescher and Brad Keselowski. RFK looking for their first win. Historically, RFK, since Brad's gotten over there, they started seasons off really, really slow, but they've gotten progressively better. And Ford is still looking for that first win in Cup this year, and all together they could win the Xfinity Series race later today. Cole Custer is on the pole for that. But I think the Fords are still looking for that first win. We're getting close halfway in the regular season. But I look at drivers like Reddick, Hamlin, Larson, Elliott to be up front going for the win and victory. Same with Kyle Busch as well. I think all those guys are going to be up front going for the win in the Cup Series race tomorrow afternoon. Going to be very interesting to see what happens. Once again, congratulations to Tyler Reddick on winning the pole for the Cup Series race tomorrow afternoon. Going to be very interesting to see how things play out in the race tomorrow afternoon. So, that is going to be it for reactions to Cup Series qualifying at Darlington Raceway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, and if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram and support my Patreon as well. Links description below that. Comment your thoughts below on today's episode. What are your thoughts about Cup Series qualifying? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and congratulate Tyler Reddick on winning the pole. Later today on the channel, we'll have the NASCAR Xfinity Series race review from Darlington Raceway. See drivers like Shane Van Gisbergen, Haley Deegan, William Byron's in the race. Also, Justin Allgaier, Matt DiBenedetto will all compete in that. You also will see the SVG video, depending on how he performs at Darlington. Then tomorrow on the channel, you're going to see the NASCAR Cup Series race review, and you're also going to see the starting lineup video for the Goodyear 400 dropping. Got a ton of great content dropping on the channel that I cannot wait for you guys to check out. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more awesome NASCAR content, other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.